This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, the shills were in the comments yesterday, and one of them, you know what he told me? He told me that I complain too much about the fraud and corruption in the market, and he is tired of watching my videos that they say the same thing every single day. And I don't know, maybe mentally drained. I didn't want to engage with him, so I just, erased the comment and moved on. But in retrospect, I feel I should have answered him. And I'm going to tell you why. They are upset that we are complaining about the fraud and corruption in the market. They're sending messages on Twitter, on YouTube, about that I am a complainer, that every day I talk about the fraud and corruption in the market. Do they send any messages to the criminals that are robbing and stealing from retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rule? Do they send them any messages telling them to stop the fraud and corruption? No, they're not concerned about that. What they're concerned about is us exposing more people to the fraud and corruption that's in the United States stock market. Okay? It's absolutely crazy that they're upset that I am bringing attention to the fraud and corruption in the stock market instead of them trying to do something to stop the fraud and corruption. And because they seem to not care about the fraud and corruption, it lets me know that whoever these people are that are leaving these type of messages, they must benefit from the fraud and corruption. Because first of all, if you didn't benefit from it, why would you be commenting on it? Okay, why would you be commenting on it? Why would you be upset that I am talking about the fraud and corruption? And on top of that, who is making you log in and watch my videos? If you think I talk too much about the fraud and corruption in the stock market, and then you're still choosing to listen to me talk about the fraud and corruption in the stock market, whose fault is that? Is that my fault that you turn on your computer, go to YouTube, and then open up Donnahue George to watch my videos about the fraud and corruption in the stock market? And let's be fair, all my videos are not about the fraud and corruption in the stock market, because I talk about a lot of opportunities to make a lot of money in the stock market. There are opportunities despite all the fraud and corruption. If you get educated and you learn some discipline, there are lots of opportunity to make good money in the stock market. That is something that I've learned over the last 4 years. So my videos are not just about the fraud and corruption, but you guys pay attention to the fraud and corruption because the fraud and corruption is calling out your employers. Why would a retail investor who does not benefit from the fraud and corruption be so upset, would be so emotionally connected to the fraud and corruption that is pissing him off? Because he gets compensated by somebody to be upset and appalled by my comments about the fraud and corruption in the market. Yet, you know what else this tells me? They lack basic self-survival skills. Because if I stop talking about the fraud and corruption, you might not have a job, because they won't have a reason to pay you to open up YouTube every day and leave nasty comments on my videos. So it's kind of working against you. But I want to tell you something. You will be employed. Your job is not at risk, because I am not going to stop talking about the fraud and corruption in the market. And every time I see something that I believe is going to be beneficial to the people who watch my videos, I will be talking about it, regardless of any comments that you guys make on Twitter, that you guys make on YouTube. Okay? So if you want me to stop making videos about the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market, then you should talk to your bosses, to the bad actors, to the naked shorters, to the spoofers, to the people robbing retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. You tell them to stop robbing and stealing, and tell them then I will stop talking about the fraud and corruption in the stock market. How about that? Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think I should stop talking about the fraud and corruption in the stock market while they continue to rob and steal from us? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.